What's goody world? We're back. It's Nolo and T.
Hey y'all.
Back with Uncle Joey.
Okay.
You know, we keeping the funniest man alive series going. Send those Joy clips. There's a Chimago. Send those. He's always suggesting that we do clips, but I can't never go back and find the damn comments because I like them and they disappear. So please, Chimago, you always making good suggestions. Send them through for Joey. Until then, we on Funniest Man Alive. You ready to rock, baby?
Yeah.
This part 6. Let's go.
You know, a lot of people that are moving towards minimalist houses, really small houses. And, you know, the idea is that, like, really, why do we have to have this giant fucking footprint of house that we live in, you know? And
because you're getting paid, bitch. If I want to live in a fucking cell, I'll live in a fucking cell like a monkey. I'm going to live in a fold-up bed like I'm James Bond. Like, if you're getting paid, you live in a fucking house. I'm going to live in a micro fucking...
Wait, he said like he's James Bond? What?
If I want to live in a fucking cell, I'll live in a fucking cell like a monkey. I'm going to live in a fold-up bed like I'm James Bond. Like, if you're getting paid, you live in a fucking house. I'm going to live in a micro fucking house with a little kitchen to cook like I got a black guy banging me in the fucking ass. I don't need that. A micro house. What are you fucking people talking about? I just snapped out of it, dog. You can't take me into those deep waters like that. This fucking, the Eureka fucking killed a brother right now. The fuck are these people with micro houses and the fucking...
Eureka? I don't know what that is, but... y'all let us know.
The Eureka fucking killed a brother right now. The fuck are these people with micro houses in the fucking desert? You play it out to the world ends like a doctor.
I want to live in one of those, the Airstream ones.
Brian's down, Joey's not. I think we have a real clear line in the sand here, people.
Shit. If it's 2 in the afternoon and you ain't high, go fuck yourself. Get out of my face. I want you around me like I want cancer in my ball sack. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come around here looking at me with your fucking wide eyes, thinking that, you know, I'm gonna reform. Go fuck yourself. My morning starts
wide eyes, like sober eyes, yeah.
You around me like I want cancer in my ball sack. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come around here looking at me with your fucking wide eyes, thinking that, you know, I'm gonna reform. Go fuck yourself. My morning starts at 5:30 a.m. Either you're there or you're square. You know what I'm saying? I'm a trained fucking assassin, a Cuban black belt. I lost my rank on the fucking boat ride over. They knocked me down to a green belt, but I'm fighting to get it back. You understand me?
I see out of breath.
I am a black belt.
Pinky ring. Hey! Hey! Hey, Joey can kick!
I fucking hate rent.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta run that sequence back, man. Look at him. Yakata! Yeet! Ha, ha. 2 fingers in your eyeballs.
You see the back kick?
This big kick is
I fucking hate ranch. I don't know how the fuck people could eat that shit. I don't know how people could eat ranch. Like, when I go to a place and I say, you have wings, and they say it comes with ranch, I get up and leave, even if I don't get the wings. Because if you're going to serve wings with ranch, I don't want to do business with you. I don't want to do business with you. I'm very easy. I'm very fucking easy. So if you fuck up pork fried rice, what do we got?
Hey, man,
You know I go with both. Ranch
you go
and
both,
blue
yeah.
cheese.
T's a double dipper. T's a big wing fan. Like, T's serious about wings, y'all. Damn, babe, I think you could do content on wings because you are serious about wings. But she going both. She going ranch and blue cheese. I can't do ranch. I could do blue cheese. I can't do ranch.
I'm very easy. I'm very fucking easy.
So
if you fuck up pork fried rice, what do we got to talk about?
wings must be done with blue cheese?
Blue cheese, yeah, like the way they invented in Buffalo, New York. If you're gonna do something original, do it original. You're gonna show up with that ranch that smells like somebody's ass. You ever smell
They're saying
fucking
that
ranch?
ranch is starting to replace ketchup.
Yeah, that's good. If you're a fucking hillbilly and you want to taste the ass.
He acting like blue cheese smells good.
That's true. Blue cheese is just rotten ass cheese. I feel you.
In your mouth all fucking day. It's good. If you're a fucking hillbilly and you want to taste the ass in your mouth all fucking day. I hate that fucking ranch shit. Don't put it close to me. Don't put it around me. It's either blue cheese with wings or go fuck your mother. That's the next shirt, all right? Please. You're gonna give me a fucking ranch with fucking wing. I can say
blue cheese with wings and you can fuck your mother.
Go fuck your mother. I need this shit. Fucking gonna give me ranch with my wings.
That's the next shirt. That's the next shirt.
Hey, Joe get it. Joe be laughing at the same shit I be laughing at. Like, it's not it's that part. If you're not laughing at that part, you're not getting it. You're just not getting it.
That's the next shirt.
That's the next shirt. Like,
That's how you motherfuckers. I'm stoned. Fuck it.
He's fucked up now.
It's either blue cheese with wings or you go fuck your mother.
Fucking gonna give me ranch and shit. I don't even like people around me ordering ranch. Like, don't order that shit around me. Do me that favor, all right? It was more Mr. Gamio. Mr. Gamio was a Cuban dude, and he ran the boxing program. And I knew his two sons, Julio and Caesar. They got me a job at Putnam Fuel. And they were like, listen, when you get the job, you got to rob. Putnam Fuel is right by Secaucus, off of Route 3. It's dirty. Truck people go in there, dirty, Joe Rogan. I lasted about 3 weeks before they fired me. But I left there, and after 3 weeks, the guy at night was a half a Momo. His name was Freddie. Remember I was telling you this? So we robbed him one night. We go, listen, we'll just go down there and beat Freddie up. We were like sophomores in high school. We'll put masks on, me and Didi Quintero. And when he comes out, because in Jersey, you pay the gas guy. You don't go into a store. You know, they pump your gas. So if you rob the guy, you basically rob the joint. Do you follow me? Mm-hmm. Only Oregon and New Jersey is where people pump your gas. Everybody else, you walk in with a card. So we were kids. We were like, let's rob fucked up Freddie. You know, when I worked there, I got to know Freddie. Freddie's wife looked like Honey Boo Boo's mother. Freddie was a little guy, but Honey Boo, his wife was like 400 pounds. And the only way she would let him fuck her is if he brought blow home. And he was a skinny, tiny guy like Eddie Bravo. She was...
Baby, do you hear this shit?
Yes.
There is a 400-pound woman who is telling this man, you can't get no pussy unless you line me up. And Joey just sitting here telling his story like this is a regular story. Like, it's crazy because there's other people who can tell this same story with Joey. That's what I like about Joey's story. This shit ain't just got him involved.
Right.
He naming people like, oh, this shit is true because that motherfucker got the same story. I get it.
If he brought blow home. And he was a skinny, tiny guy like Eddie Bravo. She was like 390, and she would actually put the bikini on. And they were such white trash. They lived in a studio apartment. They would rent a jacuzzi and put in the living room. These people were fucking. They lived on the third floor.
A studio in your apartment.
Oh my God! And it was the worst building in the neighborhood. And they had Black Marlowe. She was the only black girl in the neighborhood. Black Marlowe. I don't know what Black Marlowe is today, but she's the real Martin Luther King. She was the only black girl in a white neighborhood in Jersey. Though that girl took torture. Wow. She got tortured. I always loved Black Marlowe. Though Marlowe was tight with me. Her mother was white. Something had happened. Her house was fucked up. That building was fucked up. So I used to go over there to sell them blow, and I remember Freddie opening up the door one day with like a robe on, and here's his fat wife in the living room with heels with a bikini on, and he's like, "Thank you for bringing it to me. I'm gonna have." Like, he really was like, when you brought him the blow, he was fucking thankful that you fucking like, "Thank you, man. I'm gonna get some pussy tonight." But when we were kids, we went there like at 12, and we took Freddie down, dog. We just tackled him and started like kicking him like they kicked whatever his name is in that De Niro movie in the bar, and we took his little purse and we ran away. And he guessed it. Like, it took him a week. He's like, "Did you guys rob me last night?" Because we had masks on and shit. We're like, "Freddie, it wasn't us." He's like, "Yes, it was. I heard your voices." Then he came back to us. He's like, "Listen, I'll let you rob me once a month, but you got to split the money with me so I can buy an 8-ball to fuck my wife."
Ain't no way!
So
Ain't no way! There's no way. Wait a minute. Has anybody ever suggested that I react to Joey Diaz robbing a gas station? I don't think so. There's no way y'all never told me about this story, y'all.
Well, you think that he has a...
I don't know. I just can't believe that I'm hearing what I'm hearing, and I don't think anybody ever told me, bro, you got to hear this shit. Bro, this is crazy. This is real?
But you got to split the money with me so I can buy an 8-ball to fuck my wife. So once a month, we go down there and give Steady Freddie a beating, and we kick the fuck out of him. Just on principle.
And he let you do it? Just
yeah,
so
he wanted to. That's the only way the
to.
cops, that's the only way the cops. And we did it like 8 times. We
so what, did you give him black eyes, bloody noses?
Kicked him in the stomach a couple of times. That was it. We need him, neon belly. I didn't even know what it was.
There was no video back then either.
No. Not
so you had to leave marks on him.
Yeah, you had to like kick him a few times. I couldn't do it. I had too much of a heart, so I always had to hire. Like, I had to bring like one of my crazy friends that was having a... that was having like a bad week. There's a kid in Miami today that every time I play South Florida, he shows up with his girlfriend and he gets fucked up and he tells the story when I knocked on his door with a diagram on how we were going to rob Freddie. And he goes, that's when I knew that you were fucking for real. He goes, I was eating dinner with my family. You knocked on the door and had a sketch, like the deal, how you were going to kick him and run into the weeds and go right to the coke dealer's house. Like, I had it planned. We had done it so many times, but I had to keep getting different partners because I couldn't hit Freddie. All I could do was tackle him. I was good at tackling him, and then once he go down, I had my friend kick him a few times. It was fucking horrible, but when you're 16, Joe, what the fuck, though? You got to have a good time,
Okay,
you know?
so just so we're clear, you got to have a good time. Just so we're clear, 10th grade, Joey Diaz, robbing fucked up Freddie with the 400-pound wife who won't let him fuck unless she get lined up, right? Joey at 16 has a conscience, says, I can't. Well, the first hit, he does it. Right. Second hit, he said, okay, I can't do it. Once Freddie realized, he was like, all right, I can't do this. He knows who it is. He now is recruiting other ninth graders and 10th graders to go and rob Freddie and cut Freddie in. So he's robbing Freddie, getting the money, cutting through the bushes, going and buy coke.
And bringing it back to Freddie.
Bringing it back to serve Freddie at 16. Yeah. My boy has chapters. We need full, like, these are real full blown out sketches. Joey has stories that can be turned into I know it could be turned into an amazing sketch comedy show. I know it, bruh. This story is incredible.
All I could do was tackle him. I was good at tackling him, and then once he go down, I had my friend kick him a few times. It was fucking horrible, but when you're 16, Joe, what the fuck, though? You gotta have a good time, you know? You got to have a good time.
Joe did it!
You're not gonna kick Study Freddie. Who are you gonna kick?
Jesus Christ.
If you're not going
20 years ago, I went to a club to get Quaaludes, and I walked in. I'll never forget this. It was called Ramrod. It was a gay bar in the city. And we were kids. We were like 18. And I walked into this club, and before we walked in, there was a fetish club on the side, and there was a guy in a tub that had a sign on him that said, spit on me. That was his fetish, for people to spit on him. So here's the beauty. I'm standing there, your jaw's going, you're drinking, you had to pee. And all of a sudden I see 20 guys standing on line for the fucking bathroom. And I asked one, I go, listen, why don't you just ask the guy in the tub if we could pee on him? So I walked over to the guy. I go, can I ask you a question? Do you mind if we pee on you? The guys go, right ahead. There was a point in the night I looked at him. He had a circle of guys. Just, those guys that don't want to wait online? Like, fuck it, just pee on him. When I left, the guy had 3 inches of pee in the fucking tub. The sign was all fucking melted. This guy wanted people to spit on him. We ended up pissing on him. And I pissed on him. I'm guilty of it. I don't give a fuck. He didn't suck my dick in that. Somebody asked me the other day, you still eat the banana bread?
Bruh, man,
wait a minute.
I'm not going to make it through this react. What? We need animators. Who's animators? You know how they do the animated stories of things? Like how Tim Minchin did the
You want
Storm?
an animated version of that?
I mean, it's the fastest way to get it done, opposed to hiring a bunch of actors and shit. Yes, bruh. Animator animates the stories, baby. It could be all blurred out and shit, but you get it. Uncle Joe, literally use his voice telling a story, and there's an animate. We need that, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. We need it.
And I pissed on him. I'm guilty of it. I don't give a fuck. He didn't suck my dick in that. Somebody asked me the other day, you still eat the banana bread? I haven't eaten banana bread since Yoshi OD'd. But before that, the one day I ate the slice, and I was fucking driving home. I didn't know where the fuck I was. I didn't know where I was.
Was there weed in the banana bread?
So at 2, I go to the weed store, and the guy goes, we owe you a piece of banana bread. So it has chocolate chips in it. So if you leave it in the fucking car, the chocolate chips will melt, and I wasn't going home. So here's the beauty of it. I had a suit and a tie on. Okay, I had a meeting at CBS Radford. Okay, so I eat the fucking thing. I eat Alicia, and I'm at CBS. On the way to CBS, I go, let me eat the rest of this fucking thing. 'Cause it's gonna fucking melt in my car. So I'm driving. I get to the fucking CBS, talking to the lady and the guy, and they're talking to me.
Wait, baby. That's typical ain't shit common sense. I don't want this brownie to melt, so let me just eat it and get really high from my suit and tie CBS meeting. Baby, I'm listening to this in animation now, and it's making it real funny. I'm picturing Fat Joey as a damn cartoon in a suit and tie, looking at the brownie like, oh, fuck, it's gonna melt. Let me just eat it and get higher.
So I'm driving. I get to the fucking CBS, talking to the lady and the guy, and they're talking to me. And while I start talking to them, it's fucking getting hot in here. Right? I mean, just, and I'm talking to them, and they can tell something's wrong. They're like, Joey, you okay? Would you like some water? And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. And they're pitching this show and how it's going to be great. And you're going to be great for the show. And I'm like, that's going to be great. But listen, I got to go. You know when people want to talk, but you got to go. Like, I got to go.
Right.
So for some reason, I got in the car, and there was so much traffic that I went from Laurel Canyon, Radford to Van Nuys because I couldn't make a right turn.
Right.
Do you understand me, guys? This is Joe Diaz, 30 years smoking weed, heroin, everything. I couldn't make a right turn. I kept thinking that I was going to go off a cliff. So finally at Van Nuys, I think I can make the right turn. And I'm taking my shirt off at this point. At this point, I'm down to a guinea t-shirt. The sunroof is open, the windows are open, I got the air blasting. Finally, I realized I gotta make a right. There's a right Chandler. Now I'm driving on Chandler, finally, I'm fucking hot, and I need something to drink, but I'm too stoned to get out of the fucking car. So what do? I look in the back seat, and there's an old water bottle that's probably 90 fucking degrees. You know those hot water bottles?
Yeah.
Dog, I pulled over and drank the hot water bottle. With that
gives you estrogen.
I don't give a fuck what it gives me. With that, though, the sweat's coming out of my fucking foreheads, the estrogens, my tits are getting hard. I get out of the car, and right there on Chandler, I just start puking, and it's all green.
Oh, God.
It's all green.
It's green.
Just chunks of green are coming out of my mouth.
Your body's broken it down.
It just broke me down.
To the weed.
I fucking said, I got back in the car, I said, Lord, if you get me home, I'll never eat banana bread. I'll never eat a fucking banana. I'll never go to the zoo. I got home. I ran upstairs. I just lay on the couch naked. I'll never forget when my wife walked in. She's like, whoa, what happened to you? I go, don't even ask. She knew. She goes, you keep fucking around with that shit in the afternoon. I see you back there. I knew it was
back there eating banana.
There was at least 100 times where Joey pulled his dick out on stage.
Jealous.
The one night I took my fucking dick out.
This is the one I gotta tell.
That's the first time
the
ever.
girl. What the fuck's her name? The female comic.
Oh, the one that sued Don Barris?
Yes.
And
what is her name? Judy
Canciati.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what happens. She goes on stage. We shouldn't have said her name. She goes on stage. So she's on stage and she's not doing very well. And we're all barbecued. It was a small crowd. So while she's on stage, Joey goes into the back area. There's like this backstage area that's like in the OR. The OR is a small room. It only seats about $1.50, but it does have a stage with a little backstage area. So Joey goes into the backstage area. He goes in the backstage area and takes off all of his clothes, and he waits. And so she's doing her act, and when she gets to her punchlines, she hits the punchline, and Joey opens the curtains and shakes his dick and then closes them up real quick, and the people go crazy. And you see this spark in her eye, like, the jokes are finally working. Like, I'm finally doing it. You can see her relax and everything.
God.
Talisa, you telling me you can't see that as an animation? Joey Diaz is back there under a coat, butt ass naked, dick dangling, shaking it to a crowd, and the crowd is laughing. Yeah, bro, comics, baby, comics are their own. They're like lawyers. You know, I feel like lawyers are their own species because they live above the law, below the law, in the law. It's like they don't get in trouble, you know, unless they end up fucking over the wrong people. But it's like lawyers, I don't know. They have a special power of really not caring what's right and what's wrong. They only know how to win. So I feel like they live in their own world.
That's definitely what he's on.
That's definitely what Joey, that's what I feel comics are on. Like how I always mention how Tim Minchin can get away with all that atheist stuff and all the church people laugh at it. Joey Diaz as a comedian gets to flash people with his dick and they laugh about it. Baby, if I sat out there flashing people with my dick, nobody's laughing.
Right,
I'm going to prison.
You're going to jail or prison,
yeah.
Indecent exposure.
Comics, bro, they fight, bro. They fight.
Really working. Like, I'm finally doing it. You could see her relax, and every time she hit a punchline, Joey would pop open that curtain, shake his dick, and close it. And the people were fucking just stomping their feet, laughing, slapping their tables. Look at that. Wow. That's so crazy. Wow. Look at you, dude. So how old are you in this picture?
14.
14. God damn, Joe, you cute. You're cute as a button.
Look at David Ruiz.
Turn around and talk into the microphone so other people can hear this too.
That kid right
Look,
there.
Joey,
with
it's
the
up on
afro,
this screen too.
That kid with the afro was a very interesting story.
This guy right here?
Because we were a horrible basketball team at McKinley.
Can you go full screen, Brian?
And he moved in to our
like,
neighborhood.
Does it do
and
that?
He could jump. He was 5'8".
I was just about to say, he say the dude with the afro, even though a few of them got afro, but he's the only black dude that's on the team is looking like. So when you say afro, yeah.
He moved in to our
like,
neighborhood.
Does it do that?
He could jump. He was 5'8", but this kid could fucking jump like Julius Erving. So he was Dominican. His name was Louis Hernandez. I'm from Jersey. They just they just cut it short and called him Louis the Nigger. They said, fuck it. We don't care if he's Dominican. We're not going to even think about that. We're just going to, this is David Ruiz. He's
they called him that to his face too.
Like Louis the Nigger. And when we were in the
And did he get pissed?
Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, he was a tough kid.
Did he get mad at you when you called him?
Sometimes, like I think he bit slapped 2 or 3 people. But the best thing he did was, we used to do acid. When we first started smoking weed in the 8th grade, we go behind the soccer field in North Bergen, and he let us blow smoke into his afro and see the smoke come out of the afro. How cool was he?
I remember that. I remember you told me that.
This was the crew. So I knew all these motherfuckers. Scroll down to the, all right, this kid here is, no, up. That kid there was David Black. We graduated together, and I knew him after the fact. And one night he came into Joe and Mary. He's like, look, you got a car. You got to give me a ride. If you give me a ride, I'll give you a rock. All right, we gave him a ride. He gets out of the car in West New York. About 3 minutes later, he comes running back, bleeding, with his hair pulled. I go, what happened? He goes, I went and robbed my sister. I mean, he was serious. He had coke rocks for everybody, a chunk of his fucking hair. She caught him on the way out as he was pulling out of the window, and she just took, he was bleeding
His
and everything.
sister. He robbed his sister through the window.
Oh, my God. Hysterical.
Oh, my
This is when cocaine was
Savages.
king. This is 83, dog, at 3 in the morning.
This is when I was born, 3 in the morning, fucking teenagers robbing their sisters and doing coke.
Doing coke. Huh?
Get the That's what was going on when my mom and pops was doing the do and having me.
You asked me for a ride. I got to do what I got to do, you know?
Think of how crazy that statement
This
is.
is fucking crazy.
Joey, I wish you could do your own Stand By Me. Like, never.
My God.
So great.
My fucking God. This is...
Joey,
when,
who is this? Why is his head so small?
when I got this picture, I nearly... Which one? The Filipino kid?
No, this guy on the left.
That kid's like a multi-gazillionaire now. His family owns a tow truck company in northern New Jersey, New York City. If so you get towed, his family is the one that owns it.
That's so cool. That's cool to me.
I believe you.
This is fucking crazy shit here.
I believe you.
It's fucking crazy, man.
So
Somebody sent me
1978?
this. Somebody sent me this yesterday while I was eating dinner. Wow. And I almost had a fucking heart attack. A friend
That's
of mine goes,
incredible.
look what I found looking through yearbooks. And that's when I was an innocent. No, I was smoking dope then. I was no innocent then. I was smoking dope. I was finger banging people.
You can still be innocent.
Played hoops.
You can still be innocent and
It
finger
was
bang.
just me and my mom at the house. Yeah, I was okay. I wasn't crazy then.
We never heard about like mental illness when I was a kid.
No,
you heard about like
no.
completely crazy people that were locked in an asylum. But the idea of like your aunt taking pills because she's bipolar, like what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Because it was accepted and everyone did it. You know, it's like, oh yeah, we used to take Valium and what's
No,
that?
I think it's the opposite. I think you just got used to people being fucking crazy. You know, you didn't feel like you had to medicate them. You know, I think people were way more crazy in the 60s and 70s.
I had dude Johnny Reed that tried to kill himself, but he jumped off a building. He landed in a dumpster.
Oh my
Right? And he lived.
Oh my God. How bad was he broken?
Fucked up, right? Fucked up. And he threw punches. He threw punches into the air.
no.
Johnny Reed was a trip. He was an Irish. and he got a check from the government, and he gave it to the
trying to kill
bartender on the first. That's what people thought, but he lived. Like he banged his head on the dumpster.
Oh my
And he
God.
fucking over the dog. He lived, and he give his check from the government on the first to the bartender, and he torment the bartender till that check was done. Then they throw him out to the first, and it would last till about the 18th or 19th. When I was a kid, I used to torment Johnny Reed. He'd go into the, you know, on the East Coast, you lock the bathrooms from the
What the fuck you say?
You lock the bathrooms from the outside on the East Coast. When you leave a bar at night when they close up,
Right.
they lock the bathroom, and then they put like a lock bolt. So if you break in, they can't. He would go in the bathroom, Johnny Reed, like 11 o'clock in the morning to pee, and we'd lock him in there. We'd leave him in there till like 6 o'clock at night. We'd come back to have a drink. We'd open the bathroom, and he'd come out like nothing. I swear to God, like nothing happened. He was hilarious. I mean, one day I put my dick on a chair next to him. He was sitting on a bar stool. My friend's like, put your dick on a chair. See what happens. And he's like, wow. And he just got up. Dog, Johnny Reed lived for like maybe 12 years ago. We used to give him bumps of coke and get him riled up at the bar, and then he'd just leave. Fuck you, motherfuckers. I'll fight all of you. Then he'd just fucking leave. Hilarious. Anyway.
Did you ever have a girl you dated kill herself?
No. They should have.
Him, like, he's like, when I think of like the Cuban athletes, like Cuban super athletes, you think Yo Romero, right?
Well, the thing that the most thing that he has about being a Cuban is that he's 38, and you don't really know.
Oh, you can't tell.
Nobody knows at all if he's 38. He could be 22, Doug. He could be sucking you in, and nobody really knows. We really haven't. Those birth certificates, they went away. You just pick an age. What do you want to be? 38. None. You know?
He competed as a wrestler for a long time, so they know he's at least a certain age.
No, I'm just teasing, but
I know what you're
there's
saying.
always something with the Cuban. I remember my mom died. I told my aunt, she goes, how old was your mom? 48. Fuck, she's been 48 for 10 fucking years. You know, because it's true. You don't know, dog. You never know these motherfuckers' ages. They won't tell you. You know, that last fight, he fought fucking great, man. But
Did you see the one before that where he told people to not? He was trying to say, "Don't forget Jesus."
right.
But they didn't get it because he's got a thick Cuban accent, the thickest. So he goes, "Don't forget Jesus. Don't forget Jesus." So people thought he was saying no for gay Jesus.
Okay.
Like there's no gay Jesus. Like Jesus isn't gay.
It could have been way worse, though.
But all he was saying was forget.
Don't forget Jesus.
He was saying don't forget Jesus. He was just saying, you know, I won. Don't forget Jesus.
You know why I didn't go to the weigh-in?
Why?
You know why I didn't go to that weigh-in?
Why'd you not go that way?
Because I would have gone off on him, that he would have beat up Jacare,
Right.
Luke, and Aldo and everybody in that ring that night. I know how to motivate Cubans.
Yeah?
Oh, with religion. They're radicals. Man.
That's what you would do? You would just start talking about God?
I'm just talking about Ogun, the metal god of Cuba. And he looks.
Wait a minute, hold on.
There's a god in
Hold
Santeria.
on.
There's a god Ogun, and he's the one he's the metal worker. He's the fucking built. When you go on YouTube, look for Ogun. He's always a big yoked black guy that lives in the jungle, and he only comes out when there's a problem. So if I would have seen Yoel Romero that day, I would have said, Hijo Goon, and I would have got his blood going.
Oh, my God.
I would have got his blood going and shit. Dog, I started doing that to Anderson Silva when I first met him. And I remember one day in the hallway, he couldn't take his eyes off me. People were talking to him, they kept looking back. What that motherfucker saying? Because it's big in Brazilian. That shit is big in Brazilian. So I would have started saying, oye, tú eres hijo Goon. Oye, oye. And then I would have started saying who my mother is.
Whoa.
Yo soy hijo la santísima caridad del cobre. Y te estoy diciendo que le tiene que meter leña. Yo te estoy diciendo que le tiene que meter
Jesus.
galletazo hasta por gusto.
Is that
They
the-
would have gone. Look at Ogun.
That's the dude?
That's Joe Romero. Look at him. That's
It does
Ogun.
look like him.
That's all black, muscular Cuban dudes that look like that. You fire them up, tell them they're Ogun's son, and they go
Sounds
fucking
racist
nuts.
somehow.
That's Ogun's son and shit. I'll get you fucking fired up with all
How
those
come I
images.
never heard this before?
Because this is huge in Cuba.
God, I love Joey. God damn, man. Oh my God, T.
He has some amazing, unbelievable stories.
Bruh. Wait, what's this? We did Sister Hyacinth. We did A True Friendship. We did Does Heroin. Damn, does he have any more? This is not happening.
We did that?
I think we did Joey Diaz does. I don't know. We gonna see. I'm gonna check the
We did this.
I'm gonna check our video.
Socially unacceptable.
No, we ain't did that. Okay, I need to write this shit down on the board. Oh, this is Joey Diaz, Crazy Childhood Stories, 57 minutes. Oh,
That one too. Who did that?
we did the Daryl Strawberry Theo Von story. All right, damn, babe, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's only 2 more of these. I think it's only 8 of them. I always say that, but I
the
really
Funniest Man Alive series.
Yeah, man. God, I love Joey Diaz. I want to see movies. I want to see shows. I need to see these stories. I need to see these stories
You need to see
visualized.
it come to life.
Yes, bro. They got to come to life somehow, some way. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe. Anything else, baby?
No, thank you guys. We're out of here.
We out of here, y'all. Peace.